Let's bring in Dr. Amy Rokach on this. He's an expert in loneliness research and has been studying the topic for more than 3 decades. Doctor, great to have you on the program.
Nice to be here.
Doctor, you have called loneliness an epidemic in seniors. What does it look like in that population?
It's an epidemic all over. Seniors especially, but the group that is even lonelier than seniors are emerging adults, the ages of 18 to 26. Loneliness, loneliness is stigmatized in that many people go around lonely and do not want to share that they are for fear that they will be seen as losers and therefore rejected. So they simply walk around and they suffer the pain of loneliness. One of the wonderful things that happened lately is that in Britain there is now a minister for loneliness affairs, which is terrific. It just kind of brings it out and makes it okay to talk about it.
Yeah, it takes away some of that stigma for sure. Doctor, you talk about that younger group of people, 18 plus. Those are the people that we see their lives on Instagram. We see their lives on social media. It seems like it's full of social experiences. Is that just masking a bigger problem?
It seems. First of all, research shows that those who share what they do may feel less lonely than those who just watch. And when they watch the best activities that other people do. And therefore, they kind of feel that they don't partake in life. And that enhances their loneliness. The second thing that the youngsters have a problem with is that they are, a muscle that you don't use atrophies, and they don't use their social skills that much. They talk in a special language, which is okay for WhatsApp. They use icons rather than talking. And later on, when they want to actually connect with people, they have a problem with that.
My mind, doctor, keeps going back to seniors. I keep thinking of people who've lost their spouses, of children that don't live nearby, people often living in care homes. Can we actually prevent loneliness for those people?
First of all, we cannot prevent loneliness, period. Loneliness is a natural part of life. What we can do is minimize the number of times that it happens and maybe teach people how to deal with that. Now, seniors can be divided into 3 groups. There are those who are 65 to 74, which are called young seniors. There are the 75 to 84, which are the old. And then there is the old from 85 and up. The two previous groups, the young, old, and the old, do not suffer more loneliness than the general population. They're still active, they still live at home. It's the old, which many times are either in the hospital or they're moved into a residential place. They lose their spouses, they lose their friends, they sometimes lose their mobility, and they can be lonely.
So what can we do?
As a society, you're asking me what we can do as if I can give you a Band-Aid, a last-minute solution, and it doesn't work that way. Can I talk about what we can do when we start our life on the planet, and then I'll get to the elderly.
Doctor, we don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. I'd like the quick tips that you have. What can we do to help those people?
Okay, we need to help them understand why do they feel lonely. Is it because they don't know how to relate to people? Is it because they do not know what to do with their time when they are alone? There's a difference between loneliness and solitude, and not every time that I'm alone, it needs to be painful. We need to help them as a society to get involved with people. Now, I know that there are all kinds of community centers that have programs, and the elderly either cannot get there, are lazy to go out, or especially in the winter, are afraid to go out. So we need to come to them more than asking them to come out. And I think there's some programs starting where a group of the elderly who are mobile and able to interact well are brought into high schools. And they meet with a class of youngsters And they teach the youngsters what they do, and the youngsters teach them what they know.
Yeah.
Many times computer skills. So both groups benefit.
Both groups benefit, both groups dealing with loneliness. Dr. Rokach, great to have you on the program. Thank you for bringing your expertise to us today.
My pleasure.